Only on Fox, you pick a special place to bury your beloved pet, only to find out that the cemetery has been sold and the plan for the property is now up in the air.
It's happening in Santan Valley, and it's got a lot of people understandably worried. Danielle Miller has the story tonight.
This just is frustrating, and it's beginning to be a horror story.
Millie Shuchuk talking about the Santan Pet Cemetery in the far southeast valley where her 2 dogs are buried. In 2002, she buried her dog Lucy in the cemetery and then another dog in 2005. The owner at the time, she says, was a woman named Cheryl.
She tried to hang on as long as she could, but she wasn't making any money on it. She said that, you know, she'd need to put like $50,000 into it.
Shuchuk says she gave Cheryl money, donated plants and yard decorations to keep up. She stopped visiting the cemetery in 2008 when her husband passed away. It wasn't until recently when she heard from a woman by the name Deborah Cooper, who now lives in Virginia. Cooper buried her German Shepherd mix Opie in the cemetery in 1992. She paid the Millers, the original property owners, nearly $800 for the plot.
My understanding from him was that they always wanted it to be a cemetery, and they were concerned because they were in their early 70s at that time. And he said, my worst nightmare would be if something happened to Juanita, who was his wife, and someone did not continue the cemetery.
And now, fast forward to 2016, the fate of the property now hanging in the balance. After the Millers passed away, Cheryl bought the property, and most recently, another owner took it over in January.
In the beginning, in January, he said that he was going to develop the property, and the photos that were sent to me of the cemetery, there was a sign saying you may remove your pets from here. This property may be developed.
We reached out to the current owner. He did not want to go on camera, but he says his plans have always been to clean up the property, possibly build a single-family home, but he never had the intent to develop over the cemetery. His plans are now to sell the property. He's also reached out to other pet cemeteries all over the country to see if any are interested in buying the land.
If he doesn't develop it, it could be developed by another owner. So the issue is, I just feel like there was awareness that there was a pet cemetery there, and there should be some type of moral obligation to at least let me move my pet and the other pets to possibly another cemetery.
Cooper reached out to the owner of the pet cemetery of Tucson. This owner agreed to help relocate people's pets to her cemetery, but the cost of that would be about $1,200.
I think that it's a lot of money, but I'm sure it's justified for the amount of work that's going to have to be done. But should the pet owners, including myself, have to burden that cost? And I don't think that that is fair whatsoever.
The current owner tells us he doesn't feel like he's financially responsible to relocate the pets, but says people can come anytime to have them removed. Although Cooper and Shuchuk don't agree with this, they say they will do what it takes to give their pups a peaceful resting place.
Paying for that back in '92, I mean, that's quite a bit of money compared to going the cremation way. And then to have to hear 24 years later that you have to pay almost double that, it is not fair at all.
Danielle Miller, Fox 10 News.
We reached out to Pinellas County, and officials say the land is recognized as a pet cemetery and could remain under one zoning code. The property is not on the market, not yet.